A bit about my mission trip experience in the summer of 2007 to Mexico. It was 12 to 25 July 2007 inclusive. Today is Wednesday, 12 March 2025. I am Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, and I share a little bit about my experience on an out-of-country mission trip with my church, Calvin Presbyterian Church in Shoreline, Washington State, United States of America in the summer of 2007, including year-long preparations leading up to the trip. The trip itself was 12 to 25 July 2007 inclusive. I was the only member of my blood family to go on the mission trip and was 14 years of age when in Mexico. Our departure area was the greater Seattle area. As I had a job as a cleaner at the time of the mission trip, I did need to coordinate with my supervisor to let them know in advance so my time away could be approved. Yes. And that was actually something I brought up in my interview. They were like, "Are you going to be away this summer?" And I was like, "Yes." So that's the perk of it being having year-long preparations. There was like a rummage sale, a Cinco de Mayo night. There's a bunch of volunteer hours in church, extra time I put in at church to raise money so I could go. And there was like, I think, was that part, 24-hour famine was part of it or whatever. So what did I actually, so that's a little bit about the preparations and like including my own work. I did start working when I was 14 years of age. So what did we do when we were there? So we flew in through the city of Merida, if I'm recalling correctly. So we helped paint a church in the city of Merida, if I'm recalling correctly. And then we went out into a village of Libre Union on the Yucatan Peninsula. So we helped with a medical clinic and a turkey farm. I personally contributed more to the turkey farm project, and then we kind of like hunkered down on our two projects, and then we kind of switched so we could work on both. But my focal point was the turkey farm, which was a sustainable fuel source, and we had to build a cover because if it rained, turkeys would look up and open their mouth and drown. So that was part of it. So it was a construction manual labor. And then we also had community activities where we brought them in, and I helped with arts and crafts. So different people had some people did games, some people did Bible verses or like hymns or whatever, and I helped with arts and crafts. And then after that, I also helped with general building construction, such as cinder block placement type of general construction in a beach area. So it was a lot of work for 2 weeks. And then, and we did not get beds in the village we were in. We had hammocks, and beneath the hammock was hard floor. So when I got back, I took pictures when I was gone, and I made a picture album for myself after I returned. And one of the things I'm very happy I put in here was my baggage tag with the name of my church and the dates of the trip. Yes. And then, do you guys want, here's a picture, there's somebody else. I got a picture of me with my head as the coconut. Yeah, I was like, I want to do this picture. Can you take this picture of me? And then there's me with the coconut. Yeah, that was for part of in the vicinity of where we were doing construction in the beach town. And then the Bible verse. I've done 2 videos covering the Bible verses, and I'll link to those in video description. So it's book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 18 Bible verse again. There's kind of additional reading, so to speak, if you interpret that formatting differently. So I'll read it one more time as my salutation or goodbye. So, dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. So it's really about where we went, English was not spoken. And so there was a lot of an emphasis put on speaking with our actions and doing our best to make a positive contribution. So there we go. There's a bit about my mission trip experience in the summer of 2007 to Mexico, 12 to 25 July 2007.